My dad kept getting texts during my mom's cancer treatment, so I checked his phone and discovered he was stealing from her medical fund to pay for his girlfriend's rent. Mom had been doing chemo for 6 months, and dad was always on his phone during appointments, claiming it was work emergencies. But something felt off, especially when he'd step out to take calls while mom was getting her IV. The nurses started giving him dirty looks, but he didn't seem to care. Last Tuesday, mom was too weak to drive herself, so I took her to treatment. Dad stayed home saying he had an important meeting, but when we got there, the billing department said our account was $30,000 behind. I watched mom's face crumble as she apologized for not having enough insurance. I knew dad had been managing all the medical expenses since mom got sick. She'd given him power of attorney and access to her retirement fund because the treatments weren't fully covered. She trusted him completely. When we got home, mom went straight to bed, exhausted from chemo. Dad's phone was charging on the kitchen counter, unlocked. The texts were right there. Ashley with a heart emoji. Thanks for covering rent again, baby. And can you send more for my car payment? Your wife won't miss it. I screenshotted everything, then scrolled up. Months of messages about how much he loved her, how mom was basically already dead anyway, and how Ashley deserved better than waiting for his money. But the worst part, he'd been telling Ashley that mom's cancer was fake, that she was just being dramatic for attention. Meanwhile, Ashley sent pictures of designer bags and vacations he was funding with mom's retirement money. I spent that night going through bank statements. He'd moved $45,000 from mom's retirement account over 4 months, taking small amounts so she wouldn't notice. Every designer purse Ashley flaunted cost more than mom's weekly chemo sessions. Wednesday morning, I called mom's brother, Uncle Mike, who's a lawyer. I told him everything and sent the screenshots. His voice went cold when he saw the messages about mom faking cancer. By Thursday, Ashley was served with papers demanding repayment of stolen funds, and dad received divorce papers along with a restraining order. Ashley apparently had no idea where the money was really coming from. Friday, the oncology office called, confused because someone had anonymously paid our entire medical bill in full. It was Uncle Mike, using the evidence to freeze dad's accounts and recover mom's money. When dad came home that evening, all his stuff was on the lawn, his cards were canceled, and mom was sitting on the porch with Uncle Mike and 2 police officers. She looked stronger than she had in months. He tried to claim it was all a misunderstanding until Uncle Mike played the recordings he'd helped me make of dad's voicemails to Ashley about how he couldn't wait for mom to die so they could be together openly. Ashley showed up 30 minutes later, crying and demanding to know why her rent check bounced. Apparently, she had no idea mom was actually dying. She thought dad was just being generous to his young secretary from work. The neighbor's Ring camera caught the whole confrontation. Ashley screaming at dad for lying, dad begging mom for forgiveness while she just stared at him with complete disgust. Mom lived another 8 months, cancer-free. Turns out the stress of not affording proper treatment had been making her sicker. Dad spent those months in a studio apartment, working double shifts to pay legal fees and court-ordered restitution. Ashley left town after the story hit Facebook. Dad's entire family cut him off, and mom got to spend her remaining time surrounded by people who actually loved her. Her garden bloomed that spring. The last text I sent dad was a photo of mom's funeral, surrounded by 200 people who came to honor her, while he watched from the parking lot alone.